So when A is the first letter of any word, sharing so you can see my face better. When A is the first letter of a word, and then the letter 2 doors down. Skip the first guy. Don't mind me flipping you off. I don't mean to do that. Skip the first guy, go to the next letter. If that is also another vowel, then that first A is going to change to the schwa sound. Give you a lot of examples. Let me get my whiteboard out right here. Okay, so the rule is if there is an A as the first letter, let me make this bigger so it's easier to see, and the letter 2 doors down is another vowel, then that first vowel is going to change to the schwa sound. The schwa sound is You'll remember that from a few lessons back. Your jaw is just dropped in the laziest position that it can be in. Same with your tongue. It's just a simple, almost disappearing sound. So let's try another one. How about, here's some real life examples. Go. How about again? How about door? If you'll notice, the next letter is not a vowel, but the one 2 doors down is. So the rule is, if the first letter of a word is an A, and the letter 2 doors down is another vowel, it doesn't have to be an A, it can be any vowel. And here's all your vowels right up here. Let me circle those for you. Then the first vowel will change to the schwa sound. Schwa sound is Here's your vowels for you. Easy access. Your vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. So if one of those is 2 doors down at the beginning of a word following an A, that first A says and the schwa sound is marked with an upside down E. Trouble with my mouse today. This is the symbol for schwa. So all of these beginning A's, they are all going to have another vowel 2 doors down. Get the mark of a schwa on top. That the A says Now, how are you feeling so far? Before I go on, put in the chat. April, I have no idea what you just said, or I think I'm going to get this. Or, okay. Oh, Adama. So Adama's name is a perfect example. She said her name is spelled A-D-A-M-A. And so, yes, Adama, your name is a perfect example. Okay, I have, I got it. I have it confused. I have, I got it. I have it confused. I have it get it. Okay, so, and I have a good. All right, so far, not too bad for the very first few seconds when we haven't even tried this yet. And that's as hard as it's going to get. So if you are kind of hanging with me so far, then today is going to be just fine. So let's do this example on the very first one. So we always circle our vowels. So I'm going to do that first. All our vowels this month are A. There's my AY vowel team that we learned last time. Now I'm going to check if I have an A at the beginning. The first thing I'm going to do is look at the letter 2 doors down. Yes, it's another vowel. So I already know that one's going to say the schwa sound. This letter, I'm going to need to tap 2. 1, 2. Nope, there's not another vowel in either of those spots. So no, that A does not get to say its name. It's not going to say A. It has to make its regular sound, ah. And then my AY, we know, says A. We learned that last time. So this word, if I pencil read it, it would say D, A, P, A, adape. I am anxious for you to try it. So go ahead on number 1 over here. Go ahead and circle your vowel. I'm reading all your chats and I'm so excited, you guys. A lot of you are getting this already. Circle your vowels. Your vowel team gets 1 circle because the AY is a grapheme. So read it. So when we pencil read this word, it's going to sound like a taffy. A taffy. Okay? Nice. Yay, Adama. 2 thumbs up for her, for Adama. Good job. All right, let's come down to number 2. I'm going to circle my vowels. Let me clear this. Circle my first A. Oh, here's a AI grapheme. I already know that that's going to say A. And here's an AY grapheme. I already know that that's going to say A. We've already learned so much in A month, haven't we? You guys, I'm telling you, you know more about A than anybody in your state. I'm pretty confident. I see it as, oh, okay. So Vanessa, nice. Okay, so all I have to do is figure out this first A now. And I do see that there is another vowel 2 doors down. So this A is going to make its schwa sound. Ah. So if I pencil read this word, it would sound like a, a, d, a rain day. So yes. So Adama, her 2 thumbs up have gone to 2 arms up. She's throwing them all up there. Let's try number 2 on your side. I'll be quiet for a minute and let you work that out. Okay, so if we pencil read this word, it's going to sound like a, p, a pain say, a pain say. Now, any questions yet here before we go on? Put them in the chat if you have a question. So here's why this is just a little, it can be a little confusing. It's because it's different than the tap 2 rule. The tap 2 rule is you look at both of the next 2 letters. So when you come to a vowel, you look at the next 2 letters. If either one of them is another vowel, then the vowel that you are on is going to say its name. Is that sounding like something that you are really getting the rhythm of saying to yourself? Pretty soon you'll be able to repeat that as easily as I do into anybody who's wondering. The tap 2 rule, if the next one of the next 2 letters is another vowel, then the vowel that you are on is going to say its name. The reason this gets a little confusing with that is because if the A is at the very beginning, you only look at the vowel at the letter 2 doors down. That first one doesn't count. And this is only for A at the beginning. It applies to no other letter at any other time. Be surprised how often you're going to see that. A at the beginning with another vowel 2 doors down, and you'll go, oh, well, I already know that that A says ah. Just another reading hack. All right, let's try the next one. All right, so number 3, let me circle my vowels. Here's one. I already can see that there's another vowel 2 doors down. I'm going to mark that as a schwa because I already know what sound it's going to say. It's going to say ah. And here's a vowel, but let me just circle all my vowels like we're supposed to first. Oh, there's an A at the end. Do you remember what to do with A at the end? That was our very second lesson this month. A at the end. That's when we learned the schwa sound, right? So let's go through these. We know that this A is going to say because there's another vowel 2 doors down. This A, we have to do the tap 2 rule. 1, 2. No, one of them is not another vowel. So no, that is not going to say its name. It's going to say its normal short sound, A. A is at the end is a reading hack. A is at the end always, 100% of the time, says I love 100% rules. A at the end always says So this word has a at the beginning and an at the end and an a in the middle. So when we pencil read that word, it's going to sound like o, a, s, Alasa. Like Alaska, but without the K. Alasa. Nice. Okay, number 3, go ahead and try it. I'll be quiet while you work. Okay, if we pencil read this word, it's going to sound like am, arama, arama. You doing okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay, good, good, good. Let's do number 4. I'm going to circle my first vowel, which I already know is going to say, is this lesson a little easier than I made it out to sound like? I hope so. And this A we have to figure out, and this A we already know is the reading hack. It's going to say, and this A we have to tap 2. 1, 2. No, there's not another vowel. No, it's not going to say its name. It's going to say its normal A sound. So, a panda, a panda, a panda. And what I love about this is you don't have to guess. These are nonsense words that you have never seen before in your life, but we're all going to know how to read them because you are learning how to read them, right? Okay, so number 4 on your side, go ahead and circle it. Circle your vowels. So if we pencil read this word, so we know that the A reading hack is going to say A's at the beginning with another vowel 2 doors down. It's going to say That symbol, for those of you who are new, this might be a confusing part. You're like, why does she keep putting upside down E's on there? So an upside down E is a symbol for the schwa sound. Every vowel has a chance to change to the schwa sound. And I'm going to teach you what all of those circumstances are so you'll never have to wonder, never have to guess. 2 of those circumstances we have learned so far. If A is at the beginning and there's a vowel 2 doors down, the A is going to change to the schwa sound, which is Same with when A is at the very end. It's also going to say So that's why there's 2 upside down E's there. That represents the schwa sound. So A in the middle, we have to do our tap 2, 1, 2. No, there's not another vowel. No, it's not going to say its name. It's going to say its normal A sound. So this word is s, a, n, p, sampa, sampa. Now, I would love to know how you're doing now that we've gotten through all 4 of these. And then I have something that I want to tell you. So if you can put in the chat how you're feeling after this. We have a good, a great, and okay. A good, good so far. Yay. And this makes me so happy. Wow. So you guys, you're getting this. Okay, it's not, you're not supposed to get it this easy. I'm just telling you, this is hard stuff. And it was supposed to be a little bit more difficult than you. I just, you guys are all just must be brilliant. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you that this is high level information. It's a beginning reading class, but it is an advanced course for intelligent adults, right? So it is foundation reading skills, but you are learning information that most people don't know. 99% of the people don't know. And it's going to help you use your logic and your intelligence to apply reading rules so that you can read any word. You are probably getting better at it if you have been coming for the last few weeks because you're learning how to learn this stuff. You're learning the language, your phonemic awareness skills are getting better. That warm-up that we do every time and the pencil reading that we do helps you to know that every grapheme has to be isolated and accounted for. And that when you blend, you can't skip or insert anything. That will really help you when you're reading and spelling. So you're learning how to learn this stuff and it's getting easier. And that's so encouraging and exciting for me. You probably have no idea how I fly out of this class on a cloud. My husband sees it every time I come home. He's like, you just taught adults today, didn't you? I'm like, yes, I did. You are amazing people. Before I let you go though, let's try a couple of these extra practice. Well, maybe just one. Is there one that you want me to try for everybody before you have to do it on your own? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I thought so. We're getting a lot of number 8s. Okay. It looks hard, but it's not. It's not, my friends. Watch how easy this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letter word is. You watch. You're going to go, holy smokes, it is easy. I didn't have to be frightened by that at all. I'm going to circle the vowels. There's a lot of them. Here's a vowel team, which also follows the tap 2 rule. And here is a vowel at the end. I already know that that's going to say I already know that that's going to say this guy, let's tap 2. 1, 2. No, there's not another vowel. So no, it's not going to say his name. It's going to say ah. This guy also follows the tap 2 rule. Let's just try it. So if you came to the A, you would tap 2. 1, 2. Yes, there is another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. So yes, that is going to say its name. So if we pencil read this word, it would sound like, now I'm going to do this the easy way. So I'm going to gather just the first 3 sounds. O, a, la. Bring in the next sound. S, alas. Bring in the A. Alas. Bring in the alasame. Bring in the T. Alasamed. Bring in the R. Alasamter. And bring in the A. Alasamtra. It's really important when you are blending like I just showed you that you go back and repeat it every time. Because if you just add one sound, there's a chance that you could forget what those beginning sounds were. So when you're reading a longer word and you read it just a few letters at a time, it'll be to your benefit if you go back and repeat the first part every time you add another sound. And that goes for any word. The word was alasamtra. Alasamtra. Okay, last thing before I let you go is I just want to show you a few more real life words that follow this rule. And feel free to put some in the chat if you can think of some. It starts with an A. There's another vowel 2 doors down. If you can think of any others, put them in the chat. But this is when you go to read in the real world, read real words, not just nonsense words. You'll find that this is the rule for 90% of the words that you're going to see that start with A. There are a few exceptions to this one that I told you today, that I taught you today, but not very many. Usually That's going to follow the rule. Agenda, Amanda. Oh, I love those. Good examples. Yes, a lot. Good example. Okay, so if you got today, you're going to be just fine next week. And you're going to be just fine with all of the months coming up, because today and next week are probably the hardest lessons all year. So if you can do this, you can do anything. Awake, amuse, very good examples. Next time we're going to be learning when A is almost to the end. It's going to be the last thing that I'm going to teach you about A. The very last week we come in this month, I'm going to be combining all of the rules, and we can just practice all the stuff that we learned for A. And then next month, it's going to be only E's. So this month, you've only read words with A in them. Next month, you're only going to read words with E in them. I'm going to teach you all about E, when it's silent, when it's long, when it's short, when there's a vowel team. You have any questions about like what the year is going to look like? I've already gone a couple minutes over. If you need to leave, that's fine. But some of you are wondering, like, how long do I stay? So for the first 5 months, I think that's why I have it written down right here. You're going to get a vowel a month, including Y. January is all about Y, when it's a vowel and when it's a consonant, and what it sounds. Y makes 4 different sounds actually, but it's not very hard. A is the hardest letter. In April, we're going to be learning all about W. Remember, I told you W is also can be a vowel sometimes. It also changes the sound of the vowels that are before and after it. So I'm going to teach you all about that in April. May and June and July are a lot of consonant combinations that I want to teach you the reading hacks for. August, I take off. September of next year, I'm going to be starting with A again. So they're going to be all fresh. Well, probably not. I'm probably going to reuse the lessons. So you can stay for a month if you just want a little this information. You already know more now than you did a half hour ago. You can stay for a year and learn all of these things I want to teach you. You can stay for 2 years and get it all repeated, because I can't teach the combination of everything every month because there's too much. So I don't want you to forget all about A, because we're not going to bring A back in until next September. So you can stay for 2 years, 3 years, 2 months, 3 months, but that's what it's going to look like. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. I have a few minutes after class and we can chat. Otherwise, you're amazing. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.